before we head out. It wants me to. What's up, y'all? I'm gonna make cause I remember Michelle. Miss, I'm gonna make you my moderator because I see you one of my top fans. All right. Okay, Miss Gray, you my moderator, all right? Miss Gray, you my moderator. So you get to check any foolishness going on in the chat today. I know I look a mess, y'all. We just got on every ride we could. Hold on. These is amazing for kids. Hold on, Elijah. Okay, who wanna be my all right then. All right, Michelle. I see you too. Look, got cookies. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Ooh, I'm gonna have to charge my phone up soon. So basically the purpose of this message today is to talk to y'all. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but we're gonna try to roll it out for a little bit before they do the fireworks today. So basically what I wanted to talk about, and it's crazy because I was thinking about this as I was talking to my father, but one of the things we was talking about was healing. And I wanted to come on and do this quick video for y'all before we headed out from the park. What's up, Andrea? What's up, Raja? What's up, Raymond? Okay, you from Oakland, where they don't play the business. You from Oakland. Do your thing, Oakland. So basically what I wanted to talk about is healing, right? I know that healing can be something that's really not easy for a lot of people. But healing, like I say, is necessary for growth. And the reason why I talk about healing being necessary for growth, I be feeling like I'm not talking loud enough, but y'all let me know. But the reason why I talk about healing it's necessary for growth, because whenever you walk around and you carry a chip on your shoulder about the things that you've gone through, from my personal experience, it tends to take a toll on you, right? If you don't heal from what people have done to you, what people have said about you, that tends to take a toll on you, because you're carrying that burden of what people felt, other people's opinions about you. And that's when it starts to drum into play, like other illnesses and things that come onto you when you don't heal. Like, that's when we talk about mental health and mental illness, right? Because a lot of times when you don't heal from things, it takes a toll on your mind, on your spirit, you know what I'm saying, and how you move, how you think about yourself. And from my experience, a lot of people, if I would have let what people thought about me get to me, I wouldn't be who I am today. People are always going to have something to say about you, critique you. A lot of times you see people that do these things to you, they be intimidated of you. People can be intimidated of your potential. People can feel inferior standing next to you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you realize that the people who do this to you be unhealed people. They be unhealed. And a lot of times when you're unhealed, you're operating from a low vibrational mental state. And when you're low vibrational, you are more susceptible to negative entities and spirits attaching itself to you, right? So y'all have heard that term of, you know what I'm saying, leaving yourself open to attack. You leave yourself open to attack when you don't have your prayer life up to par, when you are not healed, because you're walking around and that burden that you're carrying from not being healed, right? You heard that saying, hurt people hurt people. So you go around and you try to project off to other people what was done to you because you didn't heal from it. And it's still that hurt from whoever hurt you, not being able to understand why someone came at you like that, why somebody hurt you like that, why they betrayed you the way that they did, why they turned their back on you, why they stumped you, why they kicked you when you was down. You know what I'm saying? Why they weren't reciprocal. There's a lot of mental anguish that plays a part and takes a toll on your life. You know what I'm saying? Because these people were not healed enough to treat you the way that you deserve. They weren't healed enough to guide you and strengthen you and speak life over you, which is what you deserve, because nobody did it to them. And a person, I'm gonna tell you, like I told my dad, a person can't give to what's not in them. They can't show you what wasn't shown to them. They can't love you if love wasn't given to them, if the right example of love was not shown to them. People can't love you right. So you be sitting there expecting something from a person because you sat up there and gave your last. They brought you into this world, so you look up to these people. You put them on a pedestal, and they fail you time and time again. They disappoint you time and time again. It takes a strong individual to go through the hurt and the pain and the betrayal in this world and say, you know what? I'm still somebody. Because everybody in this world got a story. Everybody got a background. Everybody got something, a story that they need to tell, or something that they have to heal from. You get me what I'm saying? And you won't know that just by looking at somebody, because some people, when you pass them, they don't look like what they've been through. You won't know what a person been through until you done sat down and talked to that person. But 9 times out of 10, if that person don't look like what they've been through, it's because they carried themselves in such a way where they wasn't going to let the disappointments, the failures, and the opinions of other people prevent them and hinder them from living their life. So that's why I'm telling you, no matter what you go through, you can't stop it. You can't let that stop you from living your life. You can't let that get you down. Michelle is on the business, baby. Michelle is on the business. I gotta make Michelle my moderator every time. Michelle is on the business. I see about 7 something messages that was deleted. Michelle is on the business. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody got time for that. Michelle is on the business. So you have to heal. I'm gonna have to go get me another refill. He back here talking. What is you saying? So yeah, when you low vibrational, y'all, it makes you more susceptible to negative deities and entities that attach itself to you. And I keep telling you all the time, if that's something that you don't believe in, you got to look at it like when you got up today, you woke up, you got out on the right side of the bed, right? You prayed, you thanked God, and you was grateful for him giving you life, right? When you step outside your house, you're not stepping outside your house trying to be mean to nobody. You're not trying to hinder anybody. You're not trying to, be on the wrong side with people, on the wrong side of life. You know what I'm saying? That's a mindset that you have. That's something where you get up and you say, you know what? Today I choose to be a good person. Today I choose to be an honorable person. Today, if somebody needs my help, I'm going to help them. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's good within you, right? You're choosing to be that person. You also have people who get up on the wrong side. They say, if somebody asks me for help, I ain't finna help them. If I could steal from somebody, I'm finna steal from them. If I could lie on somebody, I'm finna lie on them. And see, people like that, you know what I'm saying? They get up and they live for drama. They live to be childish. They live to be evil. They can't get through their day and go home and be peaceful knowing that their bills paid if they didn't sit up here and cause drama in somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? They live for drama. They live to be around you, to know your business, to go and snake you out, talk down to you, and ain't no better than you. And be out here hustling and struggling, out here down bad, worse off than you. You know what I'm saying? You got people where you can't ask them for help. You can't depend on them for nothing, because some people love to see you struggle but hate to see you be at peace and succeeding. Some people, if you're not, you know what I'm saying? If you're not taking them with you, if you're not trying to help them, if you're not trying to put them on, they be out here trying to ruin what you got. Ruin your spot, ruin your foundation. You know what I'm saying? Come for your livelihood, come for your family, come for your kids, come for your money, come for your job, come for your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Come for whatever it is that you building, come for your businesses. People are like that in this world. And so the whole reason why I say that example is to show y'all that you got good in this world, you got bad in this world. You know what I'm saying? You got people who are righteous and holy, who choose to do the right thing. You got people who are evil in this world, who opt out of that and want to do the wrong thing. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bah. 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 Dang, what that song I was singing? I forgot that song I was singing to him. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yabba dabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba dabba doo. Ain't no more cookies in here. High five. What you want to say? It ain't nothing. It ain't no more. Y'all crazy as hell. Loki say no, she's just borrowing a baby from the daycare. We could just go to daycares and borrow babies now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do that. You can walk up in the daycare and borrow anybody's baby. They just be having babies sitting there. Any baby, take your pick, you choose. Loki's crazy. That's what I was saying. I was singing another song to him though, but we was in the thing floating. I was singing one of them songs. Yabba dabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba dabba doo. That floats. That kills him every time I say that. That kills him every time. Yabba dabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba 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 doo. So yeah, a lot of times it be hard to heal because healing means you have to really sit. You know what I'm saying? Healing means you have to really sit with yourself. You can really sit with yourself, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're not gonna let me get it out today. You're not gonna let me get it out today. Healing means you have to truly sit with yourself, like, how do I put this? Being the black sheep in the family. I know a lot of people can relate to this. A lot of times the black sheeps of the family are ostracized. They're pushed to the side. A lot of times the black sheeps of the family are alienated. They're casted away. You're kind of like the outside person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black sheeps of the family, we get talked down upon. Yes, baby. What are you trying to say? Yes. That's what the babies, he trying to say what he want to say. Okay. We get criticized and we get condemned. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let him talk, Andrea. He not saying nothing. I don't know what he's saying. But a lot of black sheeps of the family, like, take it from my story. A lot of people was, you know, really publicizing and blowing out of proportion the wrongs that I would do, saying that, you know, she's a bad daughter. She's running away from home. She talking to boys. And a lot of times people didn't really know what the story was. They was just running with what other people was telling them. And it was so easy to put my stuff out on Front Street because a lot of the people that I was running with and dealing with was from my community. right? But there were other people who was doing things that was worse off than me, but because they didn't do it in their community, they probably talked to people who didn't know nobody, probably in the city or whatever the case may be. It was harder for people to really know what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? And so because there was more people that I rolled with and that I messed with that knew people in the community and my family members, it was easy for people to run my business and talk about it when I wasn't around. So a lot of people was going behind my back saying that I was fast. You know, family would go behind my back and tell people that I was dating, oh, maybe you could calm her down because she fast, and all this kind of mess that I had to find out because the boyfriends of mine would come and tell me. And so I say that to say, you know, a lot of times when you a black sheep, you are not welcomed. You are not welcomed in the family. A lot of times, a lot of black sheeps, you feel like you don't belong as soon as you walk into family events, as soon as you step in people's house. It's already something being said, something getting back to you from somebody who's not family, telling you how your own family talk about you, they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard to process and fathom why they don't like you, because it's like all the things that you did had a impact on your life. It didn't have an impact on the people's lives who was talking about you, right? So when you went out there and you did what you did out there in the streets, you caught a charge, you was evicted, you was in and out of the pen, you know, you had your kids taken away from you, you lost your job, you was messing with this person, had kids with this person. That impacted your life, did it not? It didn't impact the people's lives who was sitting up here talking mess about you. It didn't impact your enemies' lives. It didn't impact your family life. It impacted your life. It impacted your kids' life, right? Yet these people took it upon themselves to do this. They took it upon themselves to put you on the outside, kick you out the group, make you the black sheep, call you a heifer, call you a slut, say that this was ran on you, saying you did this. Everybody know, right? Don't hang with them because they a bad influence. So when you take and you think about things like that, and I think about that, and if y'all went through that, then you let me know. I take being called the black sheep as a badge of honor, because my whole thing is I outgrew that. I overcame that. That's not my story today. That's where I came from. And a lot of times people are able to see your growth, right? Because they're able to say, that's who they used to be. That's not who they are today. And who gave you that privilege and that honor was God. But the other half of it is, right, it takes something to heal from those memories. So this is what I'm about to tell you, right? The true aspect of healing is not saying I could get out my bed today, and if my ex walked past me, I ain't finna feel nothing. I ain't finna cry, right? If I step and I go to a family event, I will be cordial. I'll keep things copacetic. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real demure. You feel me? I'm gonna be real demure. I'm gonna be real demure, right? The true healing comes in saying when those memories come back up about who abused you, who said what about you, who alienated you, who kicked you out the group, who didn't help you, who talked about you, didn't give you the recommendation, didn't give you the job, played with your feelings, played with your money, used you, tossed you to the side, called you a heifer, called you a hoe, called you the black sheep, said that you was a failure, didn't want to help you, didn't want to talk highly of you. Who I'm talking to? Anything that's ever happened to you, the true aspect of healing is being able to say that when those memories come back up in your mind, when you are sitting with yourself, drinking your cup of coffee, you sitting with yourself, drinking your drink, and those memories come back up, you are able to reflect on it in such a way where you say, you know what? I'm not even upset about it no more. I'm not going to let this ruin my day. I was abused. I was lied on. I was betrayed. I was hurt. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the true form and aspect of healing, is being able to heal from those memories. Because I'm going to tell you something. The memories don't ever go nowhere. Those memories are with you to the day that you die. You gonna always remember who broke your heart. You gonna always remember who slandered your name behind your back. You gonna always remember who kicked you down when you was already down. You gonna always remember who betrayed you and who turned on you. Hold on. You gonna always remember that. You gonna always remember who turned their back on you, didn't help you. And I keep telling you, be glad that it happened. Be glad that it happened. Be glad that they turned their back on you, because when you get that shit up out the mud and you build it back 10 times better, nobody can have no claim to what you built. Nobody can have no claim to who you are. No one can have no claim to what you earn. You understand what I'm saying? And that makes you even more credible, because it's like everybody knows you didn't have nobody right in your corner. Everybody knows that you didn't have nobody supporting you because your family was jaded. Your friends wasn't friends. They was fake as hell. They was clones. They was clones. They didn't know themselves. You had a lot of people who was evil. They was retarded and they was evil. And the reason why I say that is because the definition of insanity is doing something the same way and expecting a different result. People kept betraying you the same way, but you kept overcoming. People kept trying to stop you and block you, but you kept overcoming that. Right? People kept talking mess about you and on your name, never apologizing, but you kept overcoming it. So you got a lot of people who kept doing the same way, kept trying to come up with the same plan, had the same proposal, the same people, the same idea, the same concept, the same way that they was executing things. You know what I'm saying? But you kept rising, you kept overcoming. And so there's a lot of people in this world that's not going to understand, you know, your resilience, your perseverance, your strength. They're not going to understand it because it's God-given, it's God-sent, and it's God-made, and God built, and God supported it, and God like approved. You understand what I'm saying? You are protected out of this world, because if you wasn't, what came your way would have killed you. There are some people who go through what you go through that's older than you, younger than you. And I keep telling you, if somebody is so intimidated and feels so inferior and threatened by you that they have to constantly attack your livelihood, they have to constantly send warfare your way. They have to constantly send warfare your way. They have to constantly come for everything that you once loved, your very being, your very essence. They got the man, they got the job, they followed the blueprint, but yet they still trying to figure out where you at. It's like some people don't know themselves if they don't have somebody to look upon, to copy, to compete with. So you got a lot of people who was in secret competition with you. You didn't even know you was in competition with these people. These people didn't want you to be yourself, because to be yourself, they would have to constantly try to keep up with you. These people can't keep up with you because of who you are. But if more people would have been trying to figure out what they supposed to be doing, who they are, instead of trying to mock and copy you. It's like if they wasn't mocking you, they was trying to copy you. If they wasn't trying to destroy you, they was trying to be better than you. These hoes didn't know if they wanted to hate you or like you or be on your team, because people had to see you do it on your own. That's what gives you more credit. The reason why you had to do it on your own, because nobody was messing with you, nobody was vibing with you, everybody wanted to keep you down, everybody wanted to hate on you. You had to heal through all of that. And not only did you heal from it, you blazed a pathway and a journey for yourself that benefited you, that benefited your family, that shaped the course of your future. Sometimes healing, you know, that means telling your story. Healing sometimes means, like I said, being able to sit with yourself, you know, reflect on what you've been through, how it made you feel, how hard it was for you in that period, in that season, to be able to say, when I come up out of this, I'm going to ensure that I never get back in this rut again, that I never entrust the likes or types of people like this again, because at the end of the day, I know who I am. And if somebody at the end of the day, like I say, have to come for you this hard because they don't know they self, that just go to show you how real, authentic, powerful, and special you are. And I just want to put that out there for everybody involved, because I keep telling y'all I don't look like what I've been through. When I look at what family took me through, I look at what relationships took me through, friendships took me through. I look at how them women treated me in that shelter. I was just having this talk with my dad. I say it seemed like everywhere I go, there's some envy and some jealousy for me. But what I can't see fathom is when I was down, I still had envy and jealousy. So you know there's something up with you in your path when you are down. Meaning the only way to go is up. And people are still envious and jealous of you to the point where I keep telling you, they won't help you. They will make your situation worse. Because at the end of the day, people know what you can do if you come up out of that rut. So they try to do everything that they can to ensure that you stay up in that rut. That takes healing to even get up out of that. Knowing how I was treated, knowing how you treat me a certain way, and I'm the only one looking after my son. And then y'all call yourself trying to be in a position to help people, but you sitting up here running people off, the ones who you claim to help, because you ain't got the right damn staff and people working for you. Y'all don't really care for the mission. People just trying to get a check. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that people will stoop down so low because they don't like you, and they'll sit off here and treat your offspring wrong. They will screw over your offspring because they don't like you. They will put you in an uncompromising position and predicament because they don't like you, because they're hateful and vain and jealous of you. Let me tell you something. It ain't that much damn jealousy and envy in the world. You are weak, you are pathetic, and you need to go get a life. If you sitting your ass wherever you at, envious and jealous of somebody else over a man, over a job, over their success, over a business, when you could go out there and create that shit on your own and ask God for help, ask for resources, and you rather sit wherever you at and be hateful and vain of somebody else because of who they are, because of what they created, because of where they going, because of what they got in their life, because of how they talk, their mannerisms, because of how somebody else feel about them. You stupid. You ain't got no brain. You ain't got no good damn sense. And if you got a brain, it's the size of a pea. I promise you that. Demons are real out here. But besides the point, because this message is about healing, people are not healed. When you are not healed, that low vibration, which also can be described as darkness, right? That darkness can overcome you to the point where, and I'm gonna take an example. If y'all seen TD Jakes movies, when he came out with that series, The Seven Deadly Sins, right? The Seven Deadly Sins. One of those movies went over jealousy. And if I'm not mistaken, that movie was about the father having kids, right? One child, he decided to take care of that child, be there for that child. See, Elijah he don't want me to do it today, see. He don't want me. I didn't plan on doing a video at the park today, but he took care of one daughter, and the other daughter was basically left to fend for herself. Not the daughter, but the mother. So he had two mothers of his children. One of the mothers had to struggle really bad. The TD Jakes movie, Seven Deadly Sins, for the people that's coming in the chat right now. Seven Deadly Sins, TD Jakes movies. One of the movies was Jealousy, right? I think it was called Jealousy or something like that. So one of the mothers had to struggle real bad to take care of her daughter, so her daughter went without a lot of things, but she still blazed her own trail. The other daughter he took care of very well. They lived very well. That daughter had a lot of money. That daughter went off to have a lucrative career and a husband. Now, the other daughter who had to struggle with her mother, and her mother died I don't think nobody was there for the funeral or gave her money for the funeral. She went off to do her research on the other daughter that lived a better life than her. Now, this is what I'm about to tell you about when you're not healed, right? When you are not healed, you will go and try to find every piece of information that you can find out about the person who you're in competition with, right? The person who you don't like, the person that you're trying to be better than. And so she went to go look up this other daughter, the other daughter who had the better life. She played the role so well till she was able to come in between the girl's marriage. She was basically causing chaos and division. She did all of that, found out information to cause chaos and division in this other woman's life, who was her sister, her half-sister. And so in the end, she was so, everything that she had caught up with her to the point where the authorities was on her, and she was so embarrassed. I think, I don't remember too much what happened, but I think somebody went to go, either the husband or somebody went to go talk to her and tell her to just turn herself in, that they will be there. I think it was her father. But long story short, I say that to say, when you are jealous of somebody, that's coming from a state of being unhealed, because nobody gets out their bed and say, I'm going to choose to be jealous of somebody to the point where I want to ruin their life. I'm constantly spiritually attack them so that they be blocked, so that they be bummy, so that they be broke, so that they be homeless, so that they don't get the resources or help that they need. You think that people like that don't exist. But there are some people who have more than you, some people who have less than you, right? It doesn't matter about what business you was able to create, how much you got up in your bank account, and how bad you look, how big your butt is, how big your titties is, how snatched your waist is. If you are not healed, the slightest little thing, the slightest little female, the slightest little come up or flare up will intimidate you, will get you jealous. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where you look up and you be like, well, for how long am I going to wake up and every person that make me feel some type of way, if my man is still in love with their ex, if da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know what I'm saying, they have a kid with somebody else, I only want them to take care of my kid, I don't want them to take care of that kid, you don't need to be looking back at your ex, she shouldn't be looking better than me, she shouldn't be making no more money than me, she shouldn't be living a better life than me. You got people out here who will literally, because of all these things, and they're not healed, right? And we can't discuss for whatever the reason that these people are not healed. Maybe a lot of people don't know how to properly process their emotions. Because they don't know how to properly process their emotions, any little thing that they feel, it's like, it's jealousy, it's envy, it's intimidation, it's competition. You got to be beneath me. You got to be being worse off than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want your businesses to prosper. I don't want your husband to love you. I want your relationships to end bad. I don't want you to have nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how to properly process your emotions, and that leads you to be envious and jealous of other people to the point where you want to ruin them. You want their whole lives to blow up in smoke. You have people like that. And the reason why I bring up that video is because not only will they want this for you, they will sit up here and play like they your friend to make it happen. I'm talking to somebody. They will sit up here and play like they love you. They your husband. They your best friend. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful about these people who you allow in your inner circle, because a lot of people will not want the best for you, and they will come in as an enemy, as an op, and you won't even know it. And the enemy and op could be your husband. It could be your parents. It could be these so-called friends. It can even be a stranger that you don't even know that's tied to your ex or tied to a family member of yours. You get what I'm saying? But these people who don't really know you well don't know your story. They don't know your origin. They don't know the abuse and the pain that you've had to tolerate all your life. Some people don't care. You get me what I'm saying? You got a lot of people who are wicked out here, and they're wicked because they're so dark. Their souls are so dark because they have not healed from what they went through. And I'm going to tell you something. 9 times out of 10, they've gone through something. I don't care how good they look. When you out here feeling that type of way about somebody, and people will be so engulfed in ruining your life rather than progressing their own. They'll be engulfed in ruining your life, right, rather than focusing on their own life. They can't focus on their life. Your life is their entertainment. Because for whatever the reason, they have latched themselves onto you, gridlocked, locked into you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out where you going in life, what your destiny is, what your purpose is. You know what I'm saying? When people figure that out, and 9 times out of 10, if you are chosen one, you are here to make impact. You are not here to be liked. You are not here to make friends. You are not here, I don't know. You are here to make an impact on people if you're chosen. I don't know the things that people look for in this world. You're not here to, have all this loads of money and all this other extra stuff and people like you and best friends this and best friends that. You're not here to be liked. 9 times out of 10, if you're a chosen one, you went through a lot of opposition, a lot of pain in your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who decided to go up against you for the wrong reasons. People went up against you and created packs and groups of people because you was too damn powerful for them to hit you head on. They had to keep, like I said, the definition of insanity is doing something the same time and expecting a different result. They kept going about doing this spell work against you, kept going about telling lies on your name. They kept going about having to watch your life to the point where it's like, if you have any ounce of growth or success in your life, they want it to rot. They want it to dry up. Like I said, some of these people could be from your past. Some of these people could be people that you don't even know. For whatever the reason, because you are real about yours and you're not fake, you're going to go through more than what most people have to go through in this world, because you are real, you're not vain, you're not karmic. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to go through more than what most people in this world have to go through, because of who you are, because of what you're slated to do. You understand what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, like I said, most people aren't going to understand how you survived the attacks, how you survived all the abuse that you went through that they didn't know anything about. A lot of people didn't know how you was abused in your family. They didn't even think your family was messed up like that to treat you like that. But I keep telling you, the only reason why these people did you the way that they did you is not because you are not who you say you are. They did it because you are who you say you are. A lot of people go up against you because they can see the light over your life. They can see the anointing over your life. They do know that you have a calling. And all of this has been to cause stumbling blocks and blockages on your way, on your path, because people don't want you to step into what they see you stepping into. Because chosen ones are supposed to make an impact in this world. And 9 times out of 10, God has prepared a huge pedestal and platform for you to step into your calling to step into your calling and be on this journey. You get what I'm saying? How I put this: if people are in secret competition with you, they're jealous of you, they hate you, meaning you can't look better to them, to whoever it is that they've painted this picture in front of, right? They painted this picture to a lover of theirs that probably used to be a lover of yours. They painted a picture to your family, to your friends, to your exes, to whoever, right? That they are better for whatever the reason. And so when you go through what you go through, right? When you go through what you go through and you're supposed to be chosen, you're supposed to be called out, you're supposed to be on a bigger platform, God has placed you on a pedestal. People don't want you to step into that. They don't want you to be who you're called to be. Because if you step into that, you step into a certain level of wealth. You step into a certain level of recognition. You step into a certain level on your life, in your life, that people don't want you to be on. They don't want you to be on this level, because at the end of the day, to be on this level, it makes them look bad at how they did you, how they talked about you. And also, it makes them look bad that they did everything that they could to prevent you from being and reaching that certain level in your life, but yet you reached it anyway. Who am I talking to? Everything that you've been going through, this is not your ending, it's your beginning. But it starts with healing. God can't take you to where he needs you to be. He understands you've had people come for your vein, come for your neck. He understands that you have been the light in a family that was filled with darkness, friends that was filled with darkness, colleagues that was filled with darkness, past people, lovers that was filled with darkness, because it was filled with darkness because they sided with that of your enemies. They was filled with darkness because they sat up here and was part of these plots to ruin your life, to have you down bad. Some people are still doing it to this day. Get up and push through. Do you hear me what I'm saying? Get up and keep posting. Get up, keep taking care of your kids. Get up, keep making your money. Get up and know who you are. Get up and know that you are handsome, you are beautiful, you are a king, you are a queen, you are a prince, you are a princess. Get up every day and understand, if a person have to fight you this damn hard, baby, you are special. Ain't nobody taking time about their day Ain't nobody taking money about their bank account. Ain't nobody sitting up here wasting their breath to talk shit about somebody that ain't nothing. Do you hear me what I'm saying? If they have to take time out their day, waste their breath, take money about their bank account, keep trying to sit up here and do death magic on you, chaos, you know what I'm saying, jar spells on you. I don't know what the hell people be out here doing. I'm telling you certain things that people come to me and be saying that their cousins and their sisters done dead. You understand what I'm saying? People will do this mess to you because they don't want you to be anything in your life. They will find you wherever you at certain points in your life and sit up here and try to figure out how they can block you spiritually, how they can block you physically. Like I said, that girl in that movie, she tried to figure out ways that she could bring chaos and damnation to her half-sister. So she did her research to figure out where this girl was living at, who her husband was, so she can infiltrate and destroy. All these things are things that you've had to heal from. All these things are all these situations and predicaments that you had to overcome because people just didn't want you to be nothing in your life. And I keep telling you, at the end of the day, man, you was the light in a lot of darkness that was around you. And it's hard to heal when you know that you've done everything that you can to be the bigger person. You've done everything that you can, like I said, to be who God has called you to be. You're not going to stop talking about the person who's been there on your side. So if people feel some type of way about it, they're going to feel some type of way about it to the day that they die. Some people come for you because they don't want to hear about God, at least not from you, because they know that you are called and anointed and chosen to do what it is that you're doing. They would rather hear it from a fake person who they know does not truly believe in the teachings and abide by his teachings outside of church, outside of being dipped, outside of being baptized, but you live this 24/7, 7 days out of the week, 365 days out of the year. You understand what I'm saying? This is who you are. Because you are healed. You can go through what you went through and know that people sabotage you and not go out there and try to sabotage somebody else. You can go through what you went through and know that people sat up here and thought that it was better than you because they took your man. They caused you to lose your job. They had you out here homeless. They had you feeling like you was defeated. And at the end of the day, these people are defeated because after you go through that, you take the lesson from that, and then God still elevates you and takes you to where he needs you to be. Meanwhile, in between time, these people who have unleashed this chaos and damnation on your life, like I said, that girl in that movie had the authorities on her. These people may have to serve time. These people may have cursed their whole generational bloodline when they have to see and know that their granddaughters is going to go through it, their kids is going to go through it, their kids is going to go through it. You understand what I'm saying? Their nieces and their nephews, their sisters and their brothers, and their kids of their sisters and their brothers are going to go through it because they sat up here and kept trying to work some mess against you. God's wrath does not miss anybody. I want to say this again before I end this live because I think that y'all think that I'm a joke and I don't know what I'm talking about, baby. I'm going to say it again. Before the end of this year, you are going to hear about the karma. You are going to hear about God's wrath in these people's lives and how it's taking effect and taking a toll on their kids, taking a toll on their stability, taking a toll on their life, taking a toll on their relationships, taking a toll on their partnerships, taking a toll on their businesses. Because let me tell you something, in all of those areas and aspects of their life, that's what they attacked you in. All what they had to do was sit their ass down somewhere and let you go on about your business. No, they couldn't do that. They couldn't let you be great. Because for you to be great, it means that you are better than them. But let me tell you something, baby. Outside of the money that you have up in your bank account, you may have more money than me. You may have my nigga. He ain't mine. If he was easy for you to take, he was never mine to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to hand him back to the streets because he for everybody. That's community dick. Women was really sit up here and fight over some dick. And really feel like they better than you because that man is over there sitting up there with them taking care of their kids. People are so vain and stupid in their damn brain. I keep telling you, baby, they don't even understand how far removed you are from these people. How far removed you are from family. They would never, ever see you again. How far removed you are from these ex-friends and from these exes. The best thing that you could tell people is to get on with your life, baby, and find you some Jesus. Because I found him, and I know who he is to me. I know what he's done for me. I know what he's saved and delivered me from. So at the end of the day, I do not have time for the mess and the bullshit that you got time for. You got time on your damn hands. If you sitting wherever you at, want to come for somebody's life As if you ain't got a life of your own to live. Like you ain't got kids of your own to take care of. Like you ain't got no business and no money and no bills that need to be paid. If that man and that woman is over there with you, then what the hell are you sitting up here looking and paying attention to my life for? Evidently, there must be some trouble in paradise. I keep telling people, I ain't on for that bullshit that you on, man. We too grown for that. And the reason why I'm not on that is because I've healed from a lot of things that I've gone through. So it takes true discipline, understanding, being grounded to create that certain level of peace within yourself. People don't understand that. That's what people don't understand. They keep trying to figure out how you keep getting up. What I was supposed to do? Lay there and be dead? What was I supposed to do? Sit up there and give you the victory and give you the glory over my damn life? It's my life. I'm going to keep fighting. It's the mere fact that you keep coming for my life that really brings into question your sanity and your mental stability. You must need to go get checked into somebody's psych ward. Like I said, somebody need to go get dipped. Somebody need to go find some Jesus. Somebody need to go play with some Play-Doh, because playing with my life and playing with my blessings and playing with my kids, that ain't it, and that ain't the move. Better go find you some damn Play-Doh and some Legos to play with, since you so bored. People got time on their hands. Best go find you something to play with, because it's not me. Excuse me. And see, that's the thing, like, that's the thing. You know, they'll sit up here and be having time in their hands to come for you, right? But when you round these people, they ain't got nothing to say. If you was able to step to these people and tell these people to push up, they won't push up. They rather sit up here and do the mess behind your back. Do it where they think ain't nobody gonna know, because they pathetic. That ain't nothing where I'm coming for somebody and making somebody feel some type of way. That's the truth. Excuse me. Ooh. Trying to find. Oh, they do. Oh, Lord, I done stepped into the man's bathroom. Shit. Damn. I had to charge my phone real quick. Oh, Lord. I'm about to get out right now. I promise. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to step out. I'm just going to leave my phone.
It's all right, little man's good.
Yeah, he's asleep.
It's good.
Y'all, I done ran into the wrong bathroom. I gotta go to the other side. But that's what I be telling people, like, you know what I'm saying? They won't sit up here and approach you to your face, right? They won't approach you to your face. They'll never do it. They're cowards. It's the mere fact, like I said, that a person that she had to play, like, oh, sister, I haven't seen you in so long, sister. I miss you, sister. No, you didn't. They play that role because at the end of the day, they can't destroy what they don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? They can't destroy what they don't know nothing about. I'm gonna let my phone charge for a little bit while I call this What's up? What's up? So like I say, a person can't destroy what they don't know nothing about, right? Um, so in order for them to know about your life, in order for them to try to destroy your life, they have to play a role. All these people had to play a role in your life. Some people played a role in your life, and they was never for you. They was never for you. You know what I'm saying? These people was never for you. They was only about what they can get from you, um, trying to take you down in some way, and feeling some type of way about you. You got to ask yourself, it's so many people in this world. Why did they have to have a problem with you? You know what I'm saying? You got plenty of friends, exes. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure your exes done moved on with a plethora of women after you. Why you? Why are they choosing you? Why they have to pick on you? It's because they thought it was going to be an easy fight. I don't know why people feel like, and they know they can't fight, ain't never been in a fight in their life, but yet they sit up here and want to pick a fight with you. That's crazy as hell. You need to start telling people, baby, I'm going to give you something to do. I want you to go and find the nearest field near you. I want you to go pluck a blade of grass, okay? And then once you pluck that blade of grass, I want you to pluck the rest of the grasses, blades of grasses. And then I want you to plant them right back up into the soil that you plucked them up out of. After you pluck and then you plant them back down, then you can sit up here and come for me and we can have a conversation. I'm finna give you something to do. I'm finna give you an assignment. I'm finna give you an assignment. I'm finna give you some Legos and some Play-Doh to play with, because playing with my life is not it. Playing with my livelihood and my kids is not it. And see, the thing is, they think that they be doing something because as long as they see that it can have an effect on you, they don't understand that God has been keeping you, that God has been ushering you to heal through everything that you've been through so that you can be grounded, so that when it's time for him to take you to the next level, he can take you there because you've done the work to heal yourself. People don't get that. That's why I'm saying people can try to knock you down. They can't keep you down. Because G-O-double-D, he don't play about me. You got to start telling people that. G-O-double-D, he don't play about me. G-O-double-D, he don't play about me. Messing with my life, you gonna end up in strife. Because G-O-double-D, he don't play about me. You got to start telling people that. Because people think that you a joke. People always swear up and down like, no, it's okay. As long as I'm doing something to them, as long as I'm hurting them, ooh, he ain't finna return back to them. They finna be broke. They finna be impoverished. They finna be looking bad. They ain't gonna be able to work. Exactly what does that do for you? I'm trying to figure out what keeping you and whatever it is that they think they keeping you in, what does it do for these people? It don't do nothing for them. They just get instant gratification and knowing that wherever you at in your life, that they're better than you. I keep telling you that some people are be real competitive. So you need to start telling people, giving them something to do so they can be, since they so competitive. Because whatever it is that God has for you, you're only doing what he's calling you to do. So when people think that they sitting up here and they don't realize that the same grave that they're digging for you, the same ditch that they're digging for you is the one that they're going to be falling into, because they don't have the same level of protection as you. When you go through something, the reason why you're able to rebuild and put back your life is because at the end of the day, you wasn't the type of person that deserved that mistreatment, that deserved that isolation, that deserved that bullying and that betrayal and that defeat. You wasn't the type of person that deserved those upheavals and struggles in your life, but you learned from it. So when people sit up here and single-handedly have thinking that they bringing you karma or bringing you judgment, when it blows back on them, they're not going to be able to handle it. And it is going to return back to them, because see, they sat up here and did something to somebody that wasn't messing with them. That's what people don't get. You don't sit up here and mess with people who ain't messing with you. This thing. It's gonna be like, are y'all still on the fireworks? So healing is a hard thing to do because of the memories. But I'm telling you, if you have to journal, if you have to speak about it, even if you have to get a therapist, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, do whatever it is that you have to do to heal, because healing is necessary for your growth. If you don't heal, you block your own blessings. If you don't heal, you become stagnant in your life. Healing is tied to change. Healing is tied to ascension. Healing is tied to elevation. Healing is tied to your blessings. Healing is tied to your growth. So if you don't heal, you're the reason why you yourself is being held back. It ain't got nothing to do with these people and whatever it is that they think that they working, because it's obsolete and it ain't working on you. It ain't gonna never damn work. Because whatever they want for you, that's not what you deserve. That's not your birthright. It's like people trying to force something on you because they jealous of you. Get over it. And the only reason why they're jealous of you is because they not healed somewhere. That's why they got to be so competitive. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap it up, y'all, and see these fireworks. At the end of the day, you know, it's not about how I come on here. It's about me getting the message out. So at the end of the day, I had already promised that I was going to come on here and give y'all a little message before I left this park today. And that's what I did, because at the end of the day, I know who I am and I know myself. So I'm not really trying to sit up here and care about what somebody got to say about my hair or, you know, my weight, my body, or whatever the case may be, because I know myself and I'm going to love myself at the end of the day. I know who I am. I'm going to move forward with my life at the end of the day. And people look at me and they say, oh, you're strong. You got a certain level of grit about yourself. Baby, it's because of what I've been through. I didn't have nobody there. I didn't have nobody, no big sister, no big brother. I never had a handout. I never had anybody try to be gentle with me. A lot of things I had to learn the hard way. Whatever somebody didn't show me, I had to get out there and figure it out for myself. And, oh no, you can go. Life can be the best teacher for you. Okay? So at the end of the day, you already know how I'm coming. If you need a friend, you got it in me. If you need love, you got it in me. If you need inspiration, motivation, life example, you already know you got it in me. Okay? And I'm finna head out because the car is coming. That thing barely charged. Kept my phone up. But yeah, y'all keep going on with your life and understand, like I said, do what you got to do for your healing. It's not about nobody else. It's about what you got to do to wake up every day and be comfortable in the skin that you're in, okay? So get up every day and love yourself and put yourself together. Do what you got to do, okay? And put God first and everything else will fall in place. I love y'all. Be blessed.